Have you ever been victimized by New Age spirituality?
We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting.
You're gonna want to listen up.
I'm Megan, an intuitive life coach and Reiki master.
I'm Ryan, a professional astrologer, and we want to show you what spirituality is by talking about what it is not.
Con artist.
Yes.
Snake oil salesman.
There are so many susceptible people out there.
And then they're tainted. They're ruined. They don't want to come back to spirituality.
We still have a lot to learn, and we will humble ourselves and learn, I think, every freaking day. This is Clairannoyance,
a podcast of spiritual interference.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they, the, she, he, everyone in between.
All of you are welcome at our table. Again, these seats have been at this table for a very long time now. We've been waiting a very long time here.
We've been waiting for this moment.
This is our first episode, but not
squared remix.
Totally. We recorded our first episode, dude. I don't even remember when. I should have looked.
8 months ago, July. It was hot. July of 2022. It was a Saturday.
It was hot. We have recorded so many episodes, you guys. And like we've got a whole lineup of brilliant guests.
Incredible.
More coming. Thank God we've told all of these guests we don't know when your episode's coming out, so we're gonna like not reference dates and times because we want you to just know them and their essence and what they do, and they will be timeless episodes. But the rest of like our first episode we have to redo. It's been so long since the first one. Life got in the way.
And we've changed so much. Life got in the way. I mean, look at what's transpired.
This podcast was supposed to come out a long time ago, you guys. I mean, you said July was that first episode that we recorded. I think I remember our first actual date that we set was like November, somewhere in November.
Also we were in pre-planning for year for 2020. I mean, I think,
oh yeah,
2020. So
oh yeah.
This is a project of love, people. We hope you appreciate it. We have definitely put in the time.
Like, long story short, you guys, this has like been so long in the making. We are so glad to finally be here. And honest to God, it's actually happening this time. Like, we are so dead set on it. It's happening. This is it.
It is. Welcome to Clairannoyance, our friends.
Yes, Clairannoyance. Okay, well, let's talk about Clairannoyance. Like, what's the point of this podcast? How would you describe it? Like, when you tell people what we're doing?
I reference it as exposing, explaining, deconstructing the annoying aspects of spirituality, because there's a whole bunch of bullshit, pardon my French, that is in this industry, and Ryan and I had finally had enough.
Well, I mean, we've been having enough, right? For sure. It's like, it's a lot. There's so much crap going on here, and like spirituality is not this pretty love and light thing. And I know that in and of itself is even a talking point now, which is kind of a newer talking point. You know how like everything used to be love and light, and like that was kind of like our thing was like, it's not all love and light. Like there's the shadow work, and there's like,
I really can't stand any of these trendy words anymore.
Now it's trendy to say it's not all love and light. Shadow work is tough work. Now that's trendy and annoying. It's like, I don't know what else to say about it. It's all annoying, you guys. No, it's a beautiful life, like the spiritual life. It's incredibly rewarding. It isn't easy, and it's not what you think in most cases. And I feel like the way this always works too, like my mind just keeps getting blown wide open with it. Like I feel like the second that I think I grasp a truth, the universe is just like, no, like
no, trap door opens and it's like, oh really? Let me show you this side.
Yeah.
Also, you're wrong.
Yeah. And I think it's so funny because like, okay, so through that trap door, I think the point of this podcast would be like, what we're not wanting to do is rabbit hole after that trap door. Like, I think we're trying to like fly upwards, or like we get a bird's eye view, like look at everything holistically. Like the rabbit hole is where this whole like, I think other talking point of like spirituality to alt-right pipeline is, right? The rabbit hole feeds into the conspiracy mindset, feeds into just like all sorts of things that honestly, when you're in the state of mind of being spiritual, you're typically energetically more open, more vulnerable to information.
To good and bad ideas. You are open to good and bad. You are susceptible, particularly because most people come to this arena. They're wounded, they're broken, they're wanting healing. They're seeking something alternative, and that lends a landscape for people to get taken advantage of.
100%. Like, this is a very scary space to be in. It really is.
And we have had it.
We have had it. We are done. God damn it. I don't even know what to do.
That was a good supervillain laugh. She just did.
We are in our villain era, though. That's what this podcast is. This podcast is the villain of the spiritual world. Like, we're just trying to like bust the myths that exist. And so like that's also the point of some of the guests that we're having on. They're not going to be like every episode, but the guests are all so freaking different. We've got a past life regression person.
I loved her.
God,
we have had some killer guests.
Dude, we've got so many different people. Yeah, it's like tarot. We have human design. We have what do we do? We had Michaela doing the beauty side of things, like energetics and beauty, mental
mediumship
health.
with Katie.
Yes, paranormal. Like, we've got like a ghost hunter.
Oh yeah,
dude,
I freaking love Karen. Karen Minkowski was so hilarious.
Dude, I love this. This is like memory lane from
us
putting this podcast
Ryan
together right now.
And his spitting his hot truth, his hot fire facts with his pretty face.
Hell yeah. And he is so multi-talented. We'll have him back. Like, we'll have all these people could come back. And we've got, honest to God, this massive list of other people that are just like gonna blow your mind. Like, I'm so excited about everybody else that I know we're gonna have on this podcast. And the point of having those people on is to hear directly from the source. And these are sources that are well vetted by us. Which, take that for what it's worth. No kidding.
Correct. No, you should. You should vet your healers. You should. This is an unregulated industry. We don't get diplomas, so you should. Like, what are your credentials? What do you stand for? What are your personal truths? And if somebody starts stuttering or can't answer you, back away. Don't let them work on your soul. Hello.
Yeah, if they don't have clear perspectives, like I don't know. It's not gonna work. Yeah, but like that's what we want you to hear from these people that we do highly respect, and that we're gonna show you who they are and what they do by showing you what they don't do. Like, we're talking to them about what annoys them about their own industry, like the misperceptions people have of what tarot might mean, right? Or what a ghost hunter does. Like, I mean, we're talking about these things in much more real ways rather than just like trying to
sell you something. We're not trying to. I think that's the beauty of this too. We're not trying to sell you anything.
No, we will totally plug
except the truth.
Yeah, we will tell you the truth. We will tell you the truth. But also, you can book me at. I'm kidding. Yeah. No, and we will. Should. We're gonna plug our booking links in every episode. Yeah. We plug the guests where you can get in touch with them. Like, we're gonna do that. But if you resonate with them, then go for it. And these are people that we vet and we recommend for sure. But otherwise, outside of those guest episodes, like, we're gonna be bringing this to you very frequently.
Every Thursday we record. We don't know what day we're going to release, but it's going to be
and it might change. I'm over this whole like we even need to like every Monday let's train the audience that they can expect an episode. No, you know what? If you like the podcast, you follow
element of surprise. Yeah, element of surprise. Follow our socials. We'll drop it like
follow it. And you'll know. Just keep checking back. Shit. God, get off our back. You know how hard this has been to put out? God.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and otherwise, like, it's just gonna be Megan and I shooting the shit. Some of the episodes are gonna be super short. Some of them are gonna be like longer. It's just gonna depend. Every week, basically, we're gonna be bringing a whole different subject that is on our minds, like that we're dealing with in life. It might be something personal we're going through. It could be like something we're learning about, some philosophy concept that's stuck in our head. Like, we don't know. It's gonna be all sorts of things. We're gonna do astro previews, I think, every month, right? Like, talk about like general themes we're seeing arising. We want to be current event specific. So like, while these guest episodes are going to be a little more timeless and we're going to record them over just like throughout the history of this podcast and put them out whenever we goddamn feel like it. Otherwise, we're recording on a weekly basis, and we will be doing very relevant topics. Also.
Dropping hot knowledge, doing it.
Yeah, and sometimes like I'm sure there will be moments like just like the way life has worked, right? Like I think this has taught us this to be flexible with this whole process. Like there will probably be weeks where like I am busy or you're busy, and one of us is gonna just like record something all quick on our own, and
we might be going solo for a little bit.
That's fine. Like how fun is that? As long as like I guess like I promise, I vow that if I am without Megan on any one given episode, like I vow that no more than 25% of it will be me shitting on her, like I will absolutely
my solemn promise to you. I wasn't expecting that one. So Ryan, tell the people, who are you? Like, why are they listening to us?
Why are you listening? If you've stuck around, I'm kidding. My name's Ryan Marquardt. I'm a professional astrologer. I also read tarot. If you're watching the video version, which we have the video version, I'm holding up a tarot deck right now. We might pull some cards or something later. I don't know if I feel like it. Yeah, so I primarily do astrology. I love tarot. I just don't get booked for it as much, but please book me. I do tarot and astrology, like combo readings even. That's actually been like one of my favorites lately, and it has been getting booked a lot lately. I'm loving that.
I forget you do tarot.
Dude, I love it. I have so many decks. I've got like 30
and
decks.
You did. You gave one for me around this time last year with the Aries new moon when we were like psychotic about our vision boards.
I literally was looking at this because so we're recording this right after the Aries new moon. It's like it was just
spring
Aries
equinox.
Season. Yeah, the spring equinox just started. Excuse me. Maybe I'll edit that out. Maybe I won't. No, we just started the spring equinox, which is an amazing time for growth and initiation, starting new things. It's a new season of life. So I love that we are re-recording our first episode right now. It just energetically makes sense, but it did make me look at this whole vision wall over here, and I'm like, I made that last year. Do you know what's funny? So much of it did happen because this is the time, everybody, FYI, this is the time to make your vision boards. Well, by the time you hear this, it's like not probably not as energetic.
Well, next year, better luck.
Next year, no, but really, it's like, I mean, intention matters. Do it whenever you want, of course, but astrologically, at least, the cosmic momentum is going to be in Aries season because it's the first sign of the zodiac, start of the astrological new year. There's just the intentions you throw out into the world have so much momentum. And do you know what, dude? The thing that's on the tip top of my whole wall, I've got like so many things on this wall. The very, very top is podcast. It's and a number of things about the podcast. And you know what? Like here we are a year later, still fucking working on this shit. But like, no, but also how much progress has been made. We have our name, we've got our branding essentially. Like we've got like the social.
The tale of perseverance. You never give up.
We have so many episodes in the bank. Like we are moving.
We're ready to roll.
We have done so much. A lot of people are excited about this. Like we are so good. So, and so many other things did happen on my vision board. It's really weird. A lot of them not in ways I thought, but that's
is it weird? Isn't that
no, it is weird. It is weird. And let me tell you why it's weird. It's weird because also in retrospect, this past year was so hard. And so like I remember like there were so many times through this past year. This is the point of a vision board too, is you want to put it somewhere where you see it. So like thank God it is this reminder of like, these are the things that matter and these are the things that I want. So I would like do that. But I would also have these moments of looking at this whole wall and just being like, my life's in shambles. Like everything sucks right now. None of this is happening. Is this even real? What was the point of doing this? But that's spirituality right there. That is the reality of this. I feel like I'm a very spiritual person, yet life can suck. Absolutely. Things can happen to you.
And it will.
I mean, question this stuff. Like you can, I really had these serious moments of like looking at my vision board and being like, man, I made such a big deal last year of trying to get all these other people on board to like build this energetic momentum behind us all.
I think that's how you know you're on the right track though.
Exactly.
Like if you're not questioning yourself occasionally, That's dangerous.
100%, 100%. And I think these moments of doubt, skepticism, I think it's important to question, but like I also think when you're actually really challenged by that stuff, that is a point of growth. This is kind of like the universe testing you a little bit. Like this is the point of
Mhm.
faith. Like nobody's got it all figured out, right? Like and these are just the moments to work
And
through.
run for your life if somebody claims they do. If you
Holy
are working with
crap,
someone in
run.
this field, bust a move.
Yeah, seriously, seriously. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. It's like
So
those
you're an
moments.
astrologer.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm an astrologer. I'm an astrologer. I'm a tarot reader. I'm
And
a
an
vision board
incredible
maker.
one. You don't ever talk yourself up enough either. This man is published all over. I mean, like he reads for the stars. He's over here. He's moving and shaking, but he won't talk about himself like that. So I will.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to learn to like more confidently talk about myself. That's the way to put it, I guess. I don't, it's not like egotistical or like
Would that be
self-promote.
Venus?
Like I just
Venus to
confidence.
Mars? Like
Venus, both of those, yeah, have a nice level of confidence to them. Yeah, and then it's like some houses. I won't even get into the astrology of it all, but yeah. Um, but yeah, that's what I do. I've been doing it, Jesus, like professionally now since 2019.
and
Yeah.
he's absolutely incredible. That's how we connected through his cousin Shauna. And that is he gave me a brilliant reading, and then I made just about every person I know get one. And
Yeah.
from there it was love.
And you know what? The funny thing is we the two people you're listening to right now, we've never met IRL in person.
Mm-mm.
However, dear
Going too
listeners,
soon.
the
Mm-hmm.
second you're hearing this, chances are I'm we're together for the
Yes.
first time
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
gonna
flying out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I live in
Yeah.
LA. I'm in West Hollywood, California, and you are in Charleston, South Carolina. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go visit Charleston, get myself into I don't even know what's called. I want to say the country, but like I'm from the country, Illinois originally. Like I don't know what's called that the
The deep
backwoods,
south.
the deep
Yeah.
south, the
Yeah.
swamps.
We'll be
I
acting.
don't know.
There's swamps here. We can take
I
you.
know you have alligators.
It's true. Big ones.
Don't take me to the swamps, please.
Yeah.
I don't need to go. Okay. So anyway, I'm really excited to actually finally fucking be IRL. Anyway, so that's me a little bit in a nutshell. Megan, tell everybody what you do. Who are you?
I own a personal wellness enterprise that focuses on, yeah, boy, becoming the best version of yourself. So depending on who you are is depending on how we operate. I'm a Reiki master. I'm an accountability coach. I'm a life coach. I'm a personal trainer. And essentially, I come into your life, I evaluate what's going on, and then I develop a plan through movement and mindset techniques. And then I also have a lifestyle brand where I do quarterly women's retreats in the Charleston area. They are 48 hours, like I said, every season. And then I also have a monthly club that is a booze-free experience where we do a fitness activity. We do the socialize. So many people, 1 in 3 Americans now are not drinking, and no one knows how to make friends because we are all behind the screen. No one knows how to talk to one another. So I decided to fix that problem as I used to be a rave promoter. I'm an alcoholic, hit 5 years. Oh my God, am I going to have my 5 years when you're in town?
Is it?
It's April 23rd. When do you fly in?
I think I will be there. Yeah, I should be
Oh
there.
my
Oh my
gosh. Well,
God. Is that gonna watch that be the night that we like go out?
yeah.
And I'm forcing you to be sober while I'm getting crappy. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I will be there. Oh my God, that's Sunday. I'll be there.
Oh my
Yay.
gosh, how exciting.
Yeah, congrats on your sobriety. Some of us are
Thank
stronger
you.
than the others. I'm a
Well,
degenerate, everyone.
I'm booze free. I'm booze free. If like,
Oh,
if Snoop Dogg rolled up,
oh hell
I'm
yeah.
California sober, bruh.
Snoop Doggy.
California.
No, yeah, and I'm in California and I'm actually sober from that. Like I smoked weed religiously for a very long time, and I
You're not
really
down with the devil's grass anymore? I didn't
I
know
don't.
that.
No, it's not. No, it's not that I'm not down with it. I just don't. I don't know. Like
Doesn't
I
hit
kind
you?
of like during the
You don't like it?
pandemic, I was dating a sober person, and so I kind of just naturally went sober. We did smoke weed together, actually. Not, I mean, yeah, a decent amount, but I just stopped. I just
it
care for
lost
it
its
anymore.
zhuzh.
Yeah,
It
it was
lost
weird.
it,
It just naturally happened. I'm very lucky because if I would have been addicted to anything, it would have happened by now. So thank God
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
you don't have
not
the
had that
gene.
issue. I don't have that gene. It's a, or like the, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's a brain,
Yeah, it's a
I don't know
brain
if
thing. You know, like
disorder is
one's
the
too
right
many
word,
and
but
75 is not enough, you know.
it's
So
crazy. It's crazy. Like I can, yeah. Well,
we had to
I'm
put down my drunk alter ego, freak nasty whitey two guns, and we never looked back.
it's
The longer
wild.
your drunk name, the more chaos you created. So freak nasty whitey two guns. Yeah. It would have kept going.
I don't know that I ever had a drunk name. Maybe I'll come up with one next time I'm drunk. So tonight. Um I'm kidding. I'm definitely in my a little bit of a degenerate phase. But you know what? That's a spiritual path too. I've done the sober phase a few times. And
Mm-hmm.
now I'm in my like I call it like my liberating phase. I was just on somebody else's podcast, my friend Julia Henning, the Pleasure Portal. I'll go ahead and plug it.
Ooh, I
And
like that.
it's
Let me open up my
is that
pleasure portal.
yeah, that's what's oh no, the permission portal. I'm so sorry. Not the pleasure portal. Because her she has this whole thing that sounds naughty. No, she has this whole thing about like pleasure though, like getting into it. She has this shedonism thing. Anyway, I don't want
Ooh.
to in our first episode promote someone else's podcast. But no, but she asked me the question of like what are you giving yourself permission for? What do you find pleasure in right now? And I straight up was like, you know what? I'm being a little sinful. I spent a couple years sober with a very toxic, narcissistic
Degenerate.
dickwad.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody who
And
didn't deserve.
traumatic, abusive, terrible human being. And sure, can you,
Mm-hmm.
this is spirituality, everybody. And no, really. And I'm literally just being facetious. Don't worry, I'm healed and healing. But I'm in my like liberating phase. That's like just how I put it. And I'm totally
Yeah, you're
embracing that.
embracing the
Like
chaos.
anything can be a tool in spirituality. Anything, although everything in proportion, right? I definitely have had like
Mm-hmm.
in this past year moments of out of proportion with this for sure. Again,
Mm-hmm.
I guess luckily I don't fall into addiction stuff anyway. So this now you know a little bit about us. Megan's the one who's more put together and definitely got like a better elevator speech. I'm
I've been practicing it though, because people ask me what you do, and it's like,
no, it's
I'm
important.
here
It's
to change the
important.
world. Like you gotta have it. You gotta cut to the
Yeah,
point.
I've been working
So,
on my bio lately a little bit for different reasons. People like need bios. I hate that crap. But like one of the lines that I came up with that I forgot I liked was like, I help you augment your relationship to the universe and thus to yourself.
oh, I like
Like, because
augment.
it's the
Yeah.
same. The universe is you. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
the more you know the universe and the cosmos, the more you know yourself.
Ooh.
We'll get
Look
into all that.
inward to get outward.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, that concept of out there is in there. So it's like it's
Mm-hmm.
all the same. It really is all the same. It's so freaking beautiful. But this is not an astrology episode necessarily. This is a
Just a get to know us, get to know what's up.
yeah, enjoy us as you will throughout the lifetime of this podcast, which will probably live a very long life.
I think so.
Oh, I know
It
so.
better.
It's probably going to spiral out into a Netflix series. It's going to do so many
Oh,
things. I don't know. Maybe not Netflix because they're trying
don't
to.
no, let's put it. Yeah, the big level distribution.
Well, I was saying not Netflix because they're like trying to charge people for like multiple accounts now or something. I don't whatever. Capitalism. Oh, anyway, okay, so like what's going on? Like what are some of the ways that we can really like briefly we're gonna keep this episode like sweet and just like light and fun and just like a get to know you. So what's something that's like what's a big theme in life that you've been dealing with lately?
Well, life is very chaotic for me right now. My husband decided that it would be a good idea to fight a tree snowboarding, and that's just one of several things that has been transpiring. So he's in the midst of healing, and I've been going through a huge metamorphosis myself, as have you, and life is just straight chaos. I don't know anyone. What is the date today? The 23rd?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it was
Pluto
March
moved into Aquarius today.
today. I don't know anybody who's cruising. I will tell you though, the difference between people who have a personal spiritual practice and the people who are self-aware and are just anything that they have for themselves, and the people who don't, it's very interesting to see everyone mingling amongst themselves, because it is like two different breeds. It's like an ant trying to talk to an elephant. I mean, like, y'all ain't talking.
Mm.
And so the energy has been intense,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least. And the things that you've been hiding from, knock, knock, here I am, bitch. Open the door. And, you are not hiding from yourself, first and foremost. You are not hiding from your deeds. You are not hiding, the good, bad, the magic, the ugly. It is all out on display. And it is spicy.
Yeah. It is. And it's liberating to like just be real about this stuff. Get it out in the open. Like, I think to like the disclosure of like things you're dealing with is what an important part of the process, and an energetic release. And
Yeah, I'm going through it.
Yeah.
life is definitely testing right now, but that's part of the process. And if the best thing that you can do when life is punching you in the taint is lean in. And that's exactly, I mean, that's what it feels like. It feels like Mike Tyson in the ear nibbling days with Evander Holyfield. Not that, I mean, I love Mike Tyson now, the hot fire that he like just spits all over the place. Yes, bring it. But we're talking about that fiery fella, and he's gloved up and I'm bent over.
Floyd Mayweather, is that what you're talking about?
No, he bit Evander
Oh,
Holyfield's ear.
oh,
Remember?
Mike
Yeah,
Tyson.
that's
You're
it.
still
We're
talking about
talking
Mike
about
Tyson.
the
Sorry.
ear
I thought you
nibbling.
were. Never.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
ear nibbling. Yeah. So that guy, but what a great evolution that Mike made from ear nibbling.
No, he like,
He's
yeah,
amazing.
I used to live in Vegas. He had a show in Vegas, a one-man fucking show in Vegas. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in
Was
my
it
life. It
amazing?
was so weird. It was weirdly good, but also not in certain ways. It was very weird. It's like a bio type of show, like I
Like
don't
you
know,
just
whatever.
talked, like you got up
Yeah,
there and just
basically, but
chit
yeah,
chat.
but it was like technically like theater. It was so weird. Um,
What is that
anyway,
called in theater? What is it when you do not an
a
anomaly? God,
monologue.
yes. What
It's
an
like a big
anomaly.
monologue, very big
Oh.
monologue, basically. Um, a one-man show. Yeah. So then Megan's like dealt with like a lot of loss, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
as well. Like, I don't know. Megan is such a resilient person. Like, I think I am too, but like Megan, I love because you do like I would say the seriously human real life events that have just dominoed for you. It's straight up. Like every time something happens, it's like, oh, it's done, right? Like we're done now, right? Like nothing else, right? I
Surprise.
just keep being like, Jesus, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, and it's like, it's nothing she's doing, and she's not manifesting this. Like, fuck, this is like,
Mm-hmm.
that's a clairannoyance, this idea of like, you
Yep.
manifest literally everything. No, Megan's not living her life in any damn way that's like just attracting all this loss in her life. No, this happens. These are human experiences. Like these are things that
Exactly.
we a soul incarnated into a human body to experience things just like this, right? So these are things she signed up for, but she didn't attract them necessarily. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, it's not your fault, but these things keep happening. And every time they happen to you, you have this way of just being able to think, like you'll acknowledge the severity and the reality of what's going on. And then you like, even if you're like not like emotionally ready to move on from it, mentally like how to consciously how to move yourself into the space of I need to life is moving on for me. Like I not need to continue. So like how do I productively work through this? Like you are so freaking good at that. You're good at that for me. The hours that Megan has spent on the phone with me talking to me about my crap, which I think is important too, but like I have to like you help me move through it. Like, and I've gotten so much better at it myself. This used to get me under like anything like this, like a lot for my whole life for so long. It's only in the like past few years that I really was able to turn my mindset around. But like it still helps me so much to have someone like you. You can do it to yourself though, for the most part. I think there's that one time that I can recall, that one time where and it was only only because you had told me that like we
Mm-hmm.
were on the phone and I was like reading some stuff in your chart and you told me that like that helped you and you felt like you were in a very different mindset at that point, but I wouldn't have even known it had you not said that. Like you are so good at maintaining uh resilience through anything that life is throwing your way. And trust me, life is throwing everything your way. Well, I say everything and then it keeps showing you more.
Yeah,
But
it's it's been, you got to be grateful for the process. Like this, like you said, this is life. And so, and you can't appreciate the good unless you go through the bad. And I don't even want to call it bad because
no.
it's part of life. And grief and loss, and that, it all shows you things. I mean, one thing is like, you're not going to keep me down. Like, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. And it's part of the process. But thank you for that. That was sweet. I
Oh my
appreciate
God,
it.
dude, please. I could do a whole fucking podcast episode on that. I feel like also like it's funny because I think like a lot of people who aren't walking a spiritual path, I feel like
Mhm.
they will hear conversations like this and they'll be like, God, like what that life is always so heavy. It's grief and loss and mourning for those people, right? And I'm like, well, that's not your path. And that's why you're also not living a spiritual life. And then I think also
Mhm.
people like you and I, whether our souls signed up for it or not or whatever, like we experience a whole fucking range of very specific intense emotional
I was about to say, an
situations.
intense
Yes, it's
emotions.
very,
Yeah.
and it's like it is. We get a whole slew of them, and it's not to be like, oh, life treats us so hard. It's so much worse for us. No, it's just that we do get thrust into these things, and I don't think it's for nothing. Like I think it happens because we're in this space. We work in this space.
Well,
It helps us
how am I
empathize and
supposed to
work with
help
other people.
someone? Yeah,
Exactly. Like
how
we
am I
have to
supposed
have
to
been
help
there.
someone if I don't know, if I can't empathize, if I've never been in a spot? So you have to go as a healer, and if you're called to the healer path in whatever way for you, you've got to have this life experience. Life is the greatest teacher.
Damn straight. It's even like, look at translate that to like a medical professional. Their experience is quite literally education. They go through the schooling, they get confronted with
Ooh.
patients with certain things before they have to work on those patients, but that's what gives them
Mhm.
the ability to work on those patients. In
Mhm.
our case, we experience life and all these emotional like surgeries that we go through. And now we've got to, we can patch other people up in many ways. We really can. And so I don't know. I
Mhm.
think that like, if you're working in this field, especially, like, it's not something I cared to do. I'll tell you that much, but it's what I have
Oh,
to do. I really believe that about myself in so many freaking ways. I really didn't want this, but it's where I'm at. And it's like, I feel it as a like soul purpose and calling. I just do. And I'm
mhm.
like, I have to embrace those more intense, severe situations because it then is like an initiation and a
Oh,
way
but if
of
you don't lean into the chaos, it's going to chase you. And there is nothing worse
yeah.
than perceived chaos chasing you. But when you turn around, and fear grows, fear multiplies. So if you don't check your fear daily, it's going to overcome you. And that's what we're seeing, on a collective level with people just getting on these bandwagons with the media and politics and this and that. And, even there's debates about sunscreens. The sun will kill you, sunscreen will kill you. It's nuts. It's so dumb. Wear
Everything.
sunscreen or don't. I don't care.
I
We're
don't
all
wear
gonna
it.
die.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I don't wear it, but I don't get sunburned. I just tan. It just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. I really mean it. I'll put on like SPF 50 and then like I'll walk out in 10 minutes into the sun. I look too dark. Like it is so weird. I tan
Really?
so annoyingly easily. Also, why I don't really care to be on a boat. It's like too much sun. I'm like, I'm like gonna literally like
The only
I
day
can't.
that I want to be on the boat.
I can't. No, it's just like it's just like I just get antsy. I do. I'm a Gemini, you guys.
Mhm.
Megan is a Pisces.
I am a Pisces. Yep, Gemini and Pisces.
We're both mutable little chameleon, little mirrors, little.
hmm We will mirror back whatever is going back. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you
Oh
think.
hell
And
yeah.
that's the whole thing too. We encourage critical thinking though, and
Hmm.
that's what I what I value about our conversations is the ability to see the wider perspective, which is what, dear listeners, I was about to say viewers, but you're probably not watching this. It's what we're trying to get you to get on board with. Critically think, but also trust yourself. And how do you blend those two aspects?
100%, because you should totally be, yes, thinking, learning, opening your mind to new perspectives, but at the same time, everybody's different, like, and we all develop. Nothing is more important than your unique relationship with the universe or God, whatever you want to,
Spirit, divine.
whatever you call it, what you want. Like, who am I to tell
Mm-hmm.
you to do whatever? I call it, like, the universe or cosmic energy. I don't even know that I care to call it the universe, but whatever. But like, it is your unique relationship with the thing that's beyond this, and it will show up for you in your own unique way, and you need to develop that relationship. Or you don't need to, but like, if you want to, you can develop it, but it's going to show up differently for you, and your unique experience matters. It just
Mm-hmm.
matters. It's not researchable. It's just not. This isn't science, because as we know it, because science these days needs the scientific method and these like repeatable, observable things. And it's like, well, that's not what this is. That doesn't make it irrelevant or not real. But your
Mm-hmm.
unique perspective in spirituality matters, but it's not the only thing that matters either. Everything matters. I think that's like such a conundrum of, well, like, the human experience is just experiencing that like dichotomy, right? And contradictory truths, where like so many facets of, just like as an example of that, so many facets of the spiritual world always confront me with the fact that I am my own unique person who is so different, so separate from everybody, having my own experience. Yet, so at the same exact time, the spiritual world makes me feel like so in tune with everybody. And it's such a reminder of how we're all totally exactly the same and made of the same shit. It's so beautiful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even in astrology, it's like, I'm sorry, we all have all the planets, all the signs, all the houses. They're all in our birth chart. We're all made of stardust, the same stuff. We are all the same, yet manifesting it, embodying it so differently in our lives. Like, it's so different. I was even talking to someone else about this. Like, two twins are going to have the same birth chart, like same exact placements, same energetic thumbprint or makeup, whatever you want to call it. They're going to embody it differently because they're two souls, two individuals. They're going to be different people,
110%. Yeah.
but we're so
I
the
love
same at
when
the
I
same
meet
time.
Gemini twins too. I'm like, ooh.
Oh,
They're
there's
like,
nothing
I
better.
know a
There's
few.
nothing better, dude. There's nothing better. I wanted to be a twin so bad. My dad was a twin. I've always been obsessed with twins. And weirdly, hopefully he doesn't listen to this, but I honestly kind of don't care, because I've kind of like became estranged from him. But
I
my
didn't know
dad
your
had,
dad was a twin.
yeah, he has a twin, an identical twin. I've got like so many feelings about that. I really tried to embrace it at first, but this guy is like conservative, and like he pretends to not be, but he is very conservative and closed-minded, and he will not admit it. And he's a like, I think, Christian preacher or something. He's a preacher or pastor or whatever it is in his church. He is a
Mm-hmm.
very religious man. He's open-minded. He's not like against gays, but he's
Yeah.
incredibly fucking conservative. And I really tried to look at it as a blessing when my dad died, that I was like, he's got a twin, like there's this guy who knows my dad better than probably anybody.
Yeah.
But because of how different he is from my dad, and my dad was a very conservative man too, but different. But because of how that twin is, I can't be around him. I don't want to look at him. It's the weirdest feeling to see a copy paste
I
version of
can't
my dad still
imagine.
alive. Fucking hate
Yeah.
it. I fucking hate it. I hate it. But that's a spiritual thing for me. And I'm
I was
trying
about
to
to
work through
say, but
that.
that's
I shouldn't have
okay.
that. Yeah, I shouldn't have that resentment and hatred, but it's also like, well, he's definitely not making it
I don't think
easy.
it's well, I can't tell you how to feel, but I think
No.
that, like
It,
that's okay.
yeah, I don't feel a need to remedy it right now, and he's
Yeah.
not making it easy. I don't, this is not in my cards at the moment to go talk to my dead dad's identical twin who's alive. Like, I don't need to make that relationship happen. But it's funny, he texted me this morning. I haven't talked to him in years.
What?
This morning he texted
Well,
me.
it's also interesting that you went through all those hoops to describe your uncle. You said all those, my dead dad's identical twin brother. Like, that's how far removed you are from, like, AKA my uncle.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't care. Like, I'm sure
that's
his
energy though too. People, there are these unifications and people reuniting. People are realizing just how short life is, because the greatest gifts that we have is time and energy. You cannot get these two commodities back. And as we are on this flying crazy rock, I think people are realizing, like, do I really need to be, especially baby boomers? I'm talking to you. Y'all need to get, well, probably 4 baby boomers going to be listening. But I mean, the lack of self-awareness that is with this generation, y'all are my toughest generation. You're blaming millennials and Gen X and Gen Z for everybody, but Carol, who is not talking to their sister over a casserole recipe? That'd be you, boo-boo. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why I'm going off on that tangent.
No, it's funny. And I mean, like, there's somebody, well, because this is what this is going to be. Like, we're definitely covering a lot of ground in this first
We are
podcast,
also
FYI.
ADHD. So
yeah, I'm undiagnosed, but I'll self-diagnose. But 70% of adults, I think it's 70 or 80% of adults with ADHD are not diagnosed. I just have never gone to see, but I guarantee I am. I'm like, why wouldn't I be? It doesn't make sense. I'm a Gemini. Hello. And whatever. Yeah, no,
qualifications for ADHD diagnosis. Where's Gemini in your chart? I have a Gemini moon, please. And what's your moon? I forget.
Cancer.
You're Sagittarius?
Cancer.
Oh yeah, no, you're a Mosh. Yeah, Cancer moon. That's
rough. I know. I'm a fucking softie. So I get all the Gemini, like, spastic air thinking, intellectual energy, love that. But then I also get the feelings body, which I really do love, because that's a good balance. And I'm an Aquarius rising, so otherwise it'd be a lot of air if I didn't have that water moon. But the Cancer moon, the moon, does
it upset you, or do you find yourself constantly debunking the myth of, because I think Scorpios and Geminis are the most hated astrological signs out there,
hands down,
which is bananas to me.
Hands down. It's just like they're both just misunderstood. I think Gemini's misunderstood for stupid reasons, to be honest. Like, I just think people don't care to know Gemini. It's a surfacey sign, so people look at it on the surface. And I get it. Like, it has this element of being able to graze across the surface. It doesn't mean Gemini doesn't seek depth, though. They're seeking their twin in life, a Gemini. They're really on this deep search in life. But it does have this light, airy quality, so people look at it without much depth. So there's this really misunderstood thing with Gemini. With Scorpio, they're so layered and complex that they're like, nobody will ever understand a Scorpio. They even have a hard time understanding themselves, because they often don't want to look into all the deep layers of themselves. So there's just it makes sense why Scorpio would be misunderstood. It's more annoying that Gemini is like, people
and they understand. Will dick you down, and that's the thing about a Scorpio. They'll fuck your feet, and then you'll be left, and you'll like it. You'll be wondering why now, and leave you without saying anything if they haven't done the work on themselves. Then come back a year or two later, and do the same thing if you let them, but with a little involvement, a little bit more chitty chat. This isn't from personal experience.
No, you're speaking to my personal experience with it. You know that, right?
Oh, you fucked your feet? That's cool.
Well, no. I'm getting to the energetics.
It's a sex positive podcast as well.
Yes, all it is.
We'll be consensual feet fucking.
Well, yeah, it is a sex positive podcast, unless you're a sex worker and you choose to get involved in a relationship with someone, and for 2.5 years.
Don't disclose that. And
yeah,
then don't disclose.
Not tell them. Is that personal experience? You might have to wait and hear about that story on another episode.
I can't wait.
True
life. Like him from
I dated
a
hooker and I had no idea. God damn it. Oh my God, the trauma that I'm dealing with. Oh God, gay people suck sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. We're a very evolved creature. I think, well, not just gay, but like the queer, like, and not a fluid, gender fluid, sexually fluid, whatever. Very evolved.
Lots of fluids.
But socially and intellectually really stunting ourselves. Like, I really believe that, like, there's this like spiritual, like I think we were born a little more evolved, but you got to choose to like still do work and stuff. And I think a lot of people have this like entitlement in this like queer community to feel evolved, or any non-binary, non-traditional community. I don't know. They're just like,
interesting.
it's
So it's
I
like
know it seems weird, but
I have this, because I'm like, because I have this identity or lack of identity, and pardon me if I sound ignorant, because I very well could be, but then it's like I'm because I don't have this, I am entitled to an open-minded perspective. That's it. That you gave me a brain bender to think about.
did I? I'm saying it as
Yeah.
like a person who is queer, but like, so I feel like I can. I just see a lot of closed-minded queer people who aren't working on themselves, and it's like, I've made that jump thinking about the ex, who is he's apparently so spiritual and whatever, and it's like, good God, no, you're not. It's like, look how much you're lying to people and yourself. like, you are literally living a double life. You have an alter ego. Like, you are lying. You are living two lives, homie. And that's not spiritual. I'm sorry, that's not authentic. That's not it. So like, that is how I made the jump. But there are so many people doing things like this in the queer community. It's, I guess all I'm saying, and like, there's so many people, like, because I'm queer, I go out all the damn time, and like, I love my friends here. Trust me, like, they got me through this past year. Like, I'm so glad to be socialized in the like scene again, but the deeper connectivity, it's not there. And I'll feel very confident saying this too. I literally verbalizing this. Hi to any of you who are listening. I don't expect any of them to listen to this. Not a damn one of them. And it's funny because these are people that matter to me, like, that more than anything. And like, I love them. They're my best,
You don't think you're gonna listen?
I don't think they're going to listen, because that's never been the case for me. Where if I have a success in life, or if I'm doing something, this is my
They don't
endeavor.
celebrate
Not a
you?
damn person will celebrate. They don't care if they ask. And if I ever try and talk about like any of this stuff that I'm involved in, like, they're just like, it's like all of a sudden one of them is whipping out their phone, getting on Grindr in front of my face. Like, I'll just stop mid-sentence what I'm saying. It's like they don't hear, because they're not in this. They're not in this world. They don't care. It's not that I don't think they care whether I'm experience success or not, but they don't engage. Yeah, they're not going to listen. Like, I will listen to my friends' podcasts who just launched. Like, I literally, I'm like, I will do whatever the fuck I can to support somebody else.
No,
Holy
you're
shit, that's how
wonderful
much I
support.
love other people. Like, in my life, I'm not going to have someone in my life and not support
Ryan's
them.
friends, if you're listening, y'all need to do better.
They're not. That's why, like, and yeah, if you're listening, come tell me you listened, because I'm not going to pressure you to listen, but I will be posting about this, right? Like, I'm not going to. But that's, I think, like, a big reason why I'm so excited to put this out too, because what I know of podcasts is that
code word chocolate chip cookie. Anybody who knows us personally, if you're listening, say chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, if you are one of my friends, come meet me at Gym Bar in West Hollywood, and come up to me and say, chocolate chip cookie, bitch.
Yeah.
No, tell me you listened. I don't, because like, nobody will. We're not even an hour into this. Like, nobody's gonna listen to this. I just know it. They don't engage in these conversations. I literally had a revelation like 2 weeks ago that one of my like literal best friends here, I don't think he could explain what I did in a sentence. I don't think if anybody was like, what does Ryan do for a living? I think he'd be like,
I feel that.
he's
Yeah,
an
no,
astrologer, but like, but it's like the amount of times I've talked to him, I've read his like chart kind of once. I don't know that he even remembers it. It's just like, I don't know, these friends that I have, at least, and maybe that's something on me, but it's not like, I'm very fulfilled by them. I don't, it's my success and fulfillment in life does not hinge on them understanding and
but it's nice to have people who celebrate you.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to have people who celebrate your successes, and you deserve that. I mean, I think
thank you.
I think that if you're engaging in any sort of relationship above acquaintances, friendship and above, that a requirement, at least on my end, is that you will celebrate me, and I sure as hell am going to celebrate you. Period. The end.
And you know what? There's one guy that I think will listen. He's a Pisces, like, because he's a very big sweetheart, and I think he'll listen because he actually listened to somebody else's podcast that I was just interviewed on, and so I know he listened to that, so he might be listening to this.
That could be a dude thing though too. Men are very interesting creatures. I was just listening to this podcast. Men in general, if you identify as a man, what was it? They don't the communication. There's a communication breakdown. You can go party, have some beers, talk, chit chat, but are men telling other men, hey, your body insecurities, your insecurities in general, what's going on? And that's why we're having a crisis of men, regardless of sexual orientation. So
no, it's true.
that's very interesting.
I know there's so many things. There's so many things. All this, we should actually, I'm gonna literally write that down. Like,
take a note.
Just like, I mean,
I've got like 4 dude
episode about
clients.
men's spirituality. Like, I mean, I have so much to say about that, like in many ways. But then also like, I think like the bodily issue is interesting. Anyway, I'm just like, I have this massive note of like a million ideas.
It's not a sphere that I can really, I mean, I have like 4 male clients. It's not a sphere that I can really go into, well, especially, like, but I had to like,
I have more, but I will say it is like, and I'm like, the people I connect with the easiest and like more authentically, I guess, or it feels more fulfilling emotionally is women. It always has been, right? Like I'm a feminine male. Although I think I'm more masculine in my birth chart. I'm like fairly even, but whatever. I will say from my perspective, and then I can like not get into the men's spirituality from this, but I hate the men's spirituality groups. It's often very like it's straight dudes and spirituality, and they're really marketing to other straight dudes, trying to get them to open up, and it's like really gross, and like I really don't think they're very evolved. And it's
tell
like,
me your feelings, bro.
Like it's like mostly they're really weird, and I hate it. But then there are so many women in this world who are purely marketing toward female empowerment and getting women together. And
don't get me
like,
started on this.
No, and I get it. Like it's cool. Yeah, it's totally cool. I get it. I really
everyone hops on the bandwagon. Divine femininity. That's the thing right now. Access your divine feminine. Don't be too masculine. I am a short, petite, relatively attractive woman, but I am masculine. I am an alpha, and I will take you down. And I'm not taming this energy down for anything. Period.
It's a strength you have. It's a strength you have, and it's good to use both. It's good to be in the flow of both. If you are living your life purely trying to like experience one or the other, and it's like, see, but then like I can already hear all the women in my head. No lie, like I really opened myself up to this perspective where it's like the women are going to be like, no, I'm like living my life dedicated to like embracing the divine feminine because I'm just surrounded by the divine masculine everywhere. It's like I don't need to experience it because I'm forced to experience it, so which I really do get. I will just say it's like a man, and it's like, and I'm open to this shit. I seek it, like I'm looking for this shit. I want all of this shit, like, and I'm very open-minded to like any like corner of it. But and other men who are trying like in any capacity, it's I can see how it would be so easy to be repelled because of everywhere you look, it's a woman starting another female focused business, and it's just like who's handling the dudes? Like who's handling the dudes?
Who is?
Straight up, I'm sorry. Like it's like a weird thing, and it's funny because it's asked backwards because it was a man's field. Philosophy, spirituality, all astrologers were men. Yeah. But in my lifetime, no. Like, no, that is not my experience in the spiritual world. It's very, very, very feminine.
Oh, it's totally female dominant. Yeah, it is absolutely female dominant.
But it's not the history of it. So I do understand. We're like kind of balancing many centuries of men dominating everything.
Well, right? I'll help anybody. I don't care. I don't care who you identify. If you are snorting oxygen and you want to improve yourself, then holla. But women are just seem to be more open to help. My guy friends, I've got to like dig, needle, which I'm happy to do because I'm like, what about this?
Yeah.
About this?
Yeah.
You have to lead with open-ended questioning, and not an accusatory tone.
No, true. It's weird. It's really, really weird. And it's typically when it's a guy or a male identifying person. It's like these are words that are so hard to navigate these days.
It really is.
It really is. And I'm a champion of it. Trust me, I was on the forefront of this conversation over a decade ago.
I remember you telling me I was 2008. You did. You wrote an article in 2008 or something.
I pitched. Yeah. Well, it was like I think 2012. I think it was 2012. I landed a story. I was working for the Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Southern Nevada. It's one of the like country's largest queer centers, and I was their director of communications. I used to do PR stuff, and I pitched a
How
story to the.
Gemini of you.
I know. Oh, it is. It totally is. Anyway, I pitched a story to the Associated Press, which is syndicated in like every publication about queer people and like people who used non-binary pronouns, because I worked with them, and then media kept misgendering them, but the journalists would come back to me and say, well, it's confusing to call them they them there because readers are going to be confused. And I'm like, it's in the dictionary that when gender is unknown you use they them there. It's actually literally a definition of they them. So screw
wow.
you linguist, you're not using the word the right way. Train your audience. Like, come on. I was talking about this over a decade ago and landed the headline was literally something like non-binary pronouns like taking off across America, like becoming a thing. And it was like that had never been talked about. I don't want to take their credit for it because I can't. I'm a he,
Yeah.
him. So I can't. But I literally like that's my proudest professional moment. I think it always will be. I love what I do now, but like
That's
I would love to have
incredible.
a prouder one, but there's something
Good.
like the look on
Talk
that.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
If
love
you
that.
don't celebrate yourself, then who is? If you don't
Totally.
celebrate, so to the credit of what we were talking about with your friends, but like you have like I am loud and proud about what I'm doing. And some
Mm-hmm.
people always they confuse it with arrogance. Well, yeah, it might look arrogant if you're not used to confidence and if you're not confident within yourself.
It's so funny because like okay, so I think like my perspective on it is different. We're doing the same thing. Well, I don't know. I I it's not that I'm not confident in what I do. I really fully embrace it now, especially like what I'm doing.
You
I
should. You're
just now
brilliant.
proactively choose, thank you. I just proactively like on social, it's different. I can reach audiences and people who just will naturally care about what I have to say. But in person with my friends, who I love very, very, very dearly, I don't really mean this in any negative way. It's just like, yeah, would it be nicer if they cared more or had shared more of my interests? Yeah. But I choose not to talk about it with most of them anymore because they're disconnected from this
Yeah.
stuff. They don't live this life. But I think that's also why like something like this podcast, somebody like you matters so much to me. Like I need this. I need you. I need the listeners like who are going to find this. Like it matters. I'm a Gemini for a reason. I can communicate. Like I know that I have this ability. Like whether I need to study, right? And I need to know things and have something to say, but I have the power of communication. It's an important thing for me to be able to use. I hate that I can't use it with my friends, my like IRL real friends, because that's just not
Yeah.
what their world. They don't care to hear that message. So I don't talk it,
Yeah. That's
you
so
know?
interesting. I mean, and there are people in my life who don't understand what I do. And I think to reference the
Also
point
that
when yeah, I
for
mean
damn sure.
well
But they have to show
but
the willingness to learn. I'm not going to shove it
yeah.
in. I'm not going to like force them to so that they can understand me. Like I'm not, no, you need to show me you want to know what I'm doing or what I care about, you
Well,
know?
guys, it's the world's oldest science, so get with the program.
Hell yeah, it is, dude. Hell yeah.
Get
Not just
with the
astrology.
program.
Anyway, as you
Mhm.
can see, like we have jumped around on a million topics. I mean, good God, the ground we covered today was crazy. Don't worry, it's not always going to be this ADHD, um,
It could be. It might be.
undiagnosed ADHD. It's not always going to be that. But
Our
maybe
neurodivergent folk
no,
will be able to follow along quite
totally.
nicely.
It's gonna be actually, yeah. Maybe we should like hashtag neurodivergence, like just to like
Yeah.
get that crowd on board. I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
Like you.
No, it's probably a good idea actually. But
It really
SEO,
is.
SEO. I don't know. Would that actually feed their brain, or do they? I don't know. I don't know because I
I
don't.
think so.
I should really probably go see a psychiatrist for this. Um, uh, but I do think we will be more focused because like on our guest episodes, we're always more focused. On the episodes that are just gonna be us, we're always gonna have like a theme, like there's something anchoring it. And this one, we just
Mhm.
wanted to get back on, re-record, re-explain the purpose of this podcast,
Who we
explain,
are, what we're doing, how we're rolling, and what you
yeah,
can expect.
and just give a vibe of our banter. And you heard a good amount of banter, man. We really like I feel like we just ran across the world with like that whole conversation. We just did so many topic jumps. Like I don't thank you for hanging in there, I guess. But I think maybe we
Yeah,
could wrap this first episode up.
I think so. I think so. We are looking forward to exposing the deep, dark, magical truths of spirituality
Hell
because
yeah. Hopefully you don't find us Clairannoying, but we
But that's okay if you do, Yeah,
No,
you know what
really.
though? If you do, keep sharing because we want those likes, baby.
Hell yeah, actually, yeah, straight up. Keep sharing, keep fighting, comment how much you
Yeah,
hate
comment.
us. Let
I'll
us
like,
know.
I will engage with a troll all day long, honey. So bring it.
Oh
You don't like my
God.
accent? I'm from the South. Sure. It is annoying.
It is annoying.
But share and like.
But thanks for the listen. Thanks for the listen. Appreciate you sticking it out for the whole hour and 15 minutes or whatever.
you a
Just
fan,
to
baby.
tell me you hated it. Yeah, like no, whatever. We're gonna have so many clairannoyances. Really, like so much of this world annoys us, which I think we did a decent job maybe talking about because we're just being real about this stuff. It's spiritual. We're gonna have these very vulnerable, very real moments. I think we're gonna get really honest about just like almost stream of consciousness.
Life is tough. Life
you.
is rough. It's also amazing, and you don't get the magic unless you lean into the chaos. So welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show, dude. Clairannoyance. And they can find us at
I can't spell it. It's
CLAIR annoyance.
Yeah.
That's how I used to say it. I know it's been a second since we recorded.
Annoyance.com.
www.clairannoyance.com. Clairannoyance. That's Claire. I forgot how I used to say that. I used to like have some weird way of saying that, like in our guest episodes. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Well, you can find us. Everything's in the show notes. It's always going to be in the show notes. We're gonna have social. We got social media. We got a website. We individually have websites, which you can find through our Clairannoyance website. We got all of it. We got all of it, baby. And if we don't have what you need, then hit us up, and we would be happy to direct you to someone. Yeah. Try and do what we can. All right. Love you all.
Can't wait. I'm excited.
Can't wait. And until next time.
I'll see you later.
Very soon. Bye.
Bye.